This is so weird. But yeah, we going live today and nobody in here. I actually need to maybe I'll turn on my TV actually. Oh, my eyes look real. It's not giving. But yeah, I'ma just chill out for a minute while I do this whole live streaming thing because it is so freaking weird being in this chat like this. Uh, Going live is a different experience in comparison to, like if I was going live as, well, if recording videos, completely different experience. And I definitely have, I don't even know what I'm doing, bro. I really do not know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm looking at freaking all. Let me see. I might have to chat myself to make sure I'm doing stuff correctly because I really don't know. Oh, hello. Who is this? Pledian 11. Hello. How are you doing? But yeah, cuz live streaming is a completely different experience for me. And I did have topics to discuss, but I don't want to like just be yapping necessarily. Well, obviously I'm gonna be yapping, but mm, just the whole experience is completely different. But yeah, where's my notebook? I really lost it that fast. Oh, but anyways, and the thing is, I don't even know. Is it just me watching myself? Because I had this issue the last time I went live where I felt like I was literally just watching myself and I was the only person in here. And that kind of pissed me off. I'm not going to lie to you. Completely pissed me off because I'm thinking I'm talking to people and I'm not. It's giving you alone. Like, oh, hey, Maxan. I'm sorry if I mispronounced. Hello, Kennedy, Lucius. Hello, Anna and Sebastian. Happy birthday, Mike Raj Burns. I'm so sorry. Hello, Robert Bailey. Uh, Bailey. Yeah, I can say a quick prayer. I, Heavenly Father, I come to you and whatever Bailey is going through, whatever anybody is going through on this live stream, I hope that things work out for you and things will be well for you and things get better for you. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. Hopefully things get better for you. Yeah, I see it. Oh, that's a lot of people. Hey, y'all. This is my first time going live. Of course, Bailey. Hey, Chris. Hey, Antonio. Thank you. This is my first time going live, y'all, so bear with me. This is a completely different experience for me. I do have topics though, if y'all wanted to talk. So first of all, I'm not gonna overshare too much about myself, but I really be feeling like I need therapy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever feel that way or if any of you guys have ever been to therapy, but I'm at my grown age, and it really be given. You need some help. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. I'm not about to get into it myself, but anyways. So, what did I want to talk about with y'all? So, I think it's just, hey Lawson, how you doing? Gucci coochie, please. No. But yeah, I actually did a well, I'll just go into this, right? So, hey, Grimy, I see you. How you doing? I mean, I kind of know how you doing because you was in the last live I was in, but still, how you doing? But yeah, so I just think it's mad crazy, when like I don't like when people assume I'm gonna do something and I don't want to, especially if you didn't ask me. Because why would you assume I'm gonna do something and you didn't even talk to me about it? That's not it. It's yeah, I am a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's also I'm a little sleepy. You see the bags, they bagging. You know what I'm saying? It's not again, this like my second time going live, and it's a very different experience from recording videos because when I'm recording videos, I'm in the comfort of my own zone. I'm just talking to me. But now I'm entertaining people or like, talking to you guys, and it just hits very different because I'm trying to be aware of what I'm saying, and I'm not trying to cuss, and I'm not trying to like say something out of pocket. Because I have to be mindful and I have to have a filter on because I don't want to offend. And I'm gonna have to figure out my setting eventually later because I really did this last minute. I didn't realize Jasmine was gonna hop off as quick as she did in the live because I would have for sure got myself ready because I was too involved in her live, so I was just like I probably shouldn't have been distracted. I should have just been like getting ready instead of waiting. But yeah, how are y'all doing? How's everybody going? How's y'all weekend doing? Cause my weekend been kind of trash. I'm not well. It's still Saturday, but personal issues. but but yeah. Oh yeah, like the live, y'all. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get that monetization this year. Bro, you don't even want to know. You really don't want to know. It's given uh what's the word? How do I even explain it? It's given family drama per se. Like I really don't I really don't share personal information because when you overshare, that opens the door for people in your business or like doing too much. And I've learned the hard way when I was younger, like you can't share everything to everybody or like everything online because sometimes it either make you look stupid or people will have certain opinions and they don't know everything. You know what I mean? So I try to be mindful. Diz and Dobry. I mean, I don't know what that means, but well, what's up? You know? But yeah. Oh, okay. I do have a topic, right? So, have y'all ever been in a situation where you, like, basically you was interested in somebody, right? And then you ended up, or I'll say you were interested in somebody on, I'll say social media, and you ended up in a situation where you would be following them on social media, and then what ends up happening is you go to their page and then you could see the interactions they've been having with other people, and it's like, are you for the streets or like what's happening? Because that's what it'd be giving me. Like the times when that happened to me, that's how I was feeling, where I would just be looking at the comments and looking at their engagement, and I'm like, why are you following all these people on OnlyFans? Why are you trying to what's the word, flirt with all these people, bro? What's happening? What's going on? But then you talking to me. I You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that wasn't the move. And I don't know if guys have that same issue or if it's just the women that have that same issue where we go through stuff like that, because I don't know. Do guys actually be looking at people's accounts like that when they invested? I usually don't find out they for the streets after. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. That's really unfortunate. Because, but it really be like that. Like, I be feeling bad for y'all, like men sometimes, because sometimes some of the women do be kind of out there. Like, I'm not gonna put down women necessarily, but it's just like I know the way people move is completely different from how the way people used to move when actually I don't even know. It's just I don't know what happened, but like after the whole pandemic and stuff, it just really seemed like people be real selfish and be about money and using people. And I don't really like that. That junk be so weird to me. But, it is what it is, I guess. But also, so the other topic I had was if somebody you work with asks you for your social media, do you naturally give it? Because I know I wouldn't. I want nobody in my business. I really don't like, when people get real personal about like trying to integrate into personal lives because why you need to know me? We work together. You know what I mean? Like that does not make sense to do that when a lot of times some of them they be out for your job or they be out for you. And how do you navigate? You know what I mean? So to me, it's just easy. Like if somebody ever asks, I would just block them instantly. Like, oh, you trying to find my junk? Let me look you up first and let me block you. Actually, you kind of got to be careful with that because specifically, sometimes like if you on Facebook, they'll just recommend you. Like I've noticed that, like for me, I could go to somebody page. Oh no, it's other people in here. You know what I'm saying? We vibing. But I would go to somebody page, right? And what Facebook will do is it'll be like, oh, like like if I go to somebody page and then Facebook does this thing where if you go to somebody page, it'll start recommending their page to you. And you'll be sitting there like, why did they recommend them to me? Is it because I went to the other person's page? You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just don't like stuff like that where people try to be in your business and they work with you on a professional level because a lot of times people want to start mess where you work, you know? Also, okay. So the other thing is within doing this live, right? And I've talked to a few other content creators and like people that post on social media about this, but it's so crazy to me how we basically just don't be caring about stranger danger no more. Like I'm literally talking to y'all. I don't even know y'all for real, you know? And that's just so weird to me. Like it's just so wild to me when you really think about it. I'm not saying I'm like like I'm in my 30s or whatever, but it's just so weird to me when you think about how people we just be sharing information about whatever online and we don't even be knowing people for real or we'll just be chit-chatting and talking about different stuff, personal stuff. And it's like when I think about when I was a kid, they always taught the whole stranger danger stuff like that, and I'm like, dang, we don't even do that no more. Like we don't even care about that no more. It's so weird. Like, have y'all actually thought about the fact that we really went from, I don't know how old y'all are, like y'all parents or whatever, but we really went from our parents telling us, don't be sharing all this information online, don't be talking to people you don't know. And now it's like, it's normal to talk to people about whatever and to share whatever, like any type of business. And people be sharing a lot. Bro, yes, like people really be giving out credit card numbers. People be giving out like real location. Like the thing that really be getting me is people will be giving out. I think because we're behind a screen, we feel safer talking to strangers since they're not physically near. Yeah, see, that's how I feel too. Because, and I had to be really careful about that because multiple of times I would be in a situation where, well, when I was younger, I used to do this thing where I would overshare so much. Like somebody cheating on me. Oh, I can't stand this man for cheating on me. I'm like, can y'all believe this? But then it was every week. And then it was just like, girl, you look stupid. It's giving you look real dumb. And you oversharing your business. And it's like, you sharing with people that you don't know this information. And it does. It feels safe to talk with people because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like I couldn't imagine myself being an actual speaker on a stage, even if it's just four people in here. I couldn't imagine. I don't know you guys, and I'm giving a whole speech on the stage just talking like this. I would be like, oh, I just don't look at me. Like y'all all in front of me. But it's different because it's like I know y'all watching me. But at the same time, y'all behind the screen, I don't see you. I don't see you. And that gives me some comfort a little bit that gives me some comfort, but at the same time it's just very it's just so weird to think about how we really went from being like, oh, don't talk to people on the internet, don't share too much information on the internet, to, oh, I'm cool with this person on social media and I talk to them every day, sometimes more than people that I see in real life, bro. And that junk is crazy. It is so wild to me. And I have to be mindful because sometimes people do be a little off. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people do be a little mm, out of sorts in the head. And you do have to be careful about what you share or like stuff you say, because that's my thing when it comes to doing live. I'm just like, I don't want to say anything to trigger anybody, or I don't want to say anything that's like, wow, because people, obviously people be trying to be politically correct and stuff like that, and I'm like, bro, I'm okay. So a little bit about myself, right? I am okay. I don't judge people, but I judge people. It's like my facial expressions. I can't. I It's very clear if I'm judging you or like if I feel some type of way because you're doing some wild stuff. I know people talk about bringing back shame and stuff like that. And, I kind of agree. But at the same time, like I said, people do overshare and it just gives people don't really have safe spaces outside of the internet, kind of. So it's just really weird, when you try to process stuff and talk about stuff, because how do you? How do you? But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about that earlier because I don't know. It's just so weird because again, I really like doing YouTube. I really enjoy doing YouTube. I like sharing my thoughts about a variety of different things because if y'all new here, I am a variety content creator. Like I don't have a niche at all. I don't like that. I talk about whatever, whether it's dating, drama, stuff I find on Reddit and stuff like that. And I like that I could be able to share whatever I want and people will listen to me. Cause in real life, I really don't be talking that much. I just mind my business. And I have friends or whatever, but I don't really talk to people for real. So people always tell me like in videos, oh, you seem like you're an extrovert based off of your videos. And some people even tell me how they think I am. And I'm like, bro, I'm just making a video. I'm just entertaining y'all, or I'm just talking about something that I wanted to talk about that, I wanted to connect with people on. Just because I'm sharing a little info don't mean you know me. Cause it's just like the assumptions And I don't know. It's just very weird space to be in when it comes to creating and talking to people, or like even talking on live. It's just so like ain't nobody say nothing. Like I'm just yapping. But it's just so it's just different. It's a different experience. And that's why when I was in the Rose Rundown live and Jasmine's live, I'm like, yeah, like it's cool because she's so used to doing it. And it's just like, and I'm like, see, that's where I'm trying to be. Because again, I'm just rambling and I have to be mindful because it's me. It's not like, um, it's not like me just recording a video and I edit stuff. So, for example, right now, a part of me feel like I have to keep filling space, filling space, filling space, because I don't know why I'm like that. Because I've seen other people's lives like where they don't necessarily talk all the way through, but it almost feel like pressure because I'm entertaining y'all, or at least I'm talking. It's just a lot. But yeah, how are y'all doing? How's y'all Saturday night going? I don't want to be super long winded. You know what I'm saying? What y'all eat for dinner? What kind of snacks y'all been eating lately? Put me on, because sometimes I do food snack reviews. But it's just a very let me know what y'all up to. But I just I'm gonna try to go live every, I'll say Saturday, depending how I feel after this live. I might try to go live during the week, but I really don't know. It's just so debatable because sometimes I'm like, are you doing too much? And then I have to be mindful of that because I don't want to do too much and then it's just over the top. But I know other people, I don't know, I know other people do stuff where they can do it and it's not a big deal. But I feel like I'm overthinking things heavily. Like I'm really sitting here and I see y'all. Well, I don't see you, but I see it's people in here. But it's like, hey, say hi. I don't know. I like when it comes to doing live, it's just like, uh, what's going on? How are you doing? But yeah. But anyways, I did have another topic or whatever. So okay. So somebody was like, am I the asshole if I want to break up with my boyfriend if they prank me, right? Because it was this story about this girl. I'm not about to get into the whole story, but she was basically mad at her partner because he played a prank on her that she didn't like. I think he either did something where he took some money from her and hid it and then recorded her reaction, and he was all laughing about it and she was really emotionally upset about it and stuff like that. And for me personally, I'm a bit different from other people. Like I really don't be liking pranks for real. Like I'm a person that don't really like pranks. I don't really like when people do stuff to me cuz I don't like pranks. Like if you were to set out a big spider and act like it was real and then try to prank me because I come outside the door, I'm telling you right now, I'm dumping you. I'm dumping you. Because why would you do something like that when I'm older now? You could give me a possible heart attack. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be tripping balls because you wanted to prank me and you wanted to do something because you thought it was funny. Specifically if you recording it too, because people be doing stuff for perform. Bro, listen. Like I've seen so many different pranks, or like, bro, that I'm gonna tell you right now that I would be so mad if that's how I tap out of here. like, oh, you wanted to prank me, and now I'm on the floor flip flopping like a fish because I do not process things. For some reason, when I get scared, it's instantly like I just be shaking, convulsions. And right, and then if you put a prank on them, they start crying. Exactly, because people can't handle what they dish out. It's I ain't got time for it. And I just and I've seen so many freaking pranks where people will be doing stuff like that and they'll still be staying with them. Like it's so many different channels where I'm from Detroit, Michigan, actually. But it's been so many different situations where people will do stuff like that and it's like, bro, you still with them? Couldn't be me, cause I instantly, instantly, I would just be like, oh, I guess we're done. Because what you're not gonna do is play in my face. You're not gonna play in my face. That would piss me off. It truly would piss me off. Not me spitting. Ooh. Anyways, but yeah, and I know I may be a little logical. Like usually I'm logical, but when it comes to stuff like that, I do not like none with no roaches, none with no spiders, any type of bug. No snakes. No, what's that one thing they used to do where they would cover the toilet with the saran wrap and stuff and people would sit down? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because now I done peed myself. I, my bad, Palladian 11. Yes, my bad. Got a little too excited. Anyways, but yeah, I I really don't be liking people that do the pranks, but people were saying, well, some people it was like mixed opinions, or some people was like, yeah, you are an asshole, and some people were saying, no, you're not. And again, I just do not like stuff like that. I love me a good jokey joke, but pulling a prank on me will leave you alone. You know what I mean? Cannot do it. Will not do it. That's not my gig. You're gonna get left. Completely left. Now, what is it? Oh, okay. So another thing I wanted to talk about. See, I have to be careful about how fast I'm going through topics. uh, Cause I'm realizing I will really go through topics so freaking quickly. I might have to get on social media, cause that was my whole concept, was I was gonna get on social media and like go through stuff that I saw to talk to y'all about. Because I'm realizing I wanted to be on here for like 2 hours and it's 28 minutes. The time is not going by quick enough for me. Not to say I'm not enjoying my time, but it's just like I have to be mindful of the way I'm delivering topics, bro. Let me turn on this phone. So, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was how people will say, well, I basically want to talk about people being angry, I guess, because so many people, ooh, not the flash in y'all face, but anyways, so many people are angry nowadays, and I kind of wonder why that is. I mean, don't get me wrong, the economy is not economy, and a lot of people struggling. But at the same time, I'm like, there have always been poor people. I'm just saying, it's always been a struggle. Shoot, like I'm struggling myself, but it's just always so weird because so many people be big angry, big mad all the time, or just did. Like I understand, like being sad about different things, but being angry is completely different from feeling sad, and where people will be projecting or taking their energy out on people, I'm like, why are you like this? Why are you so angry? What is going on? What's happening? And and that's why when we was in the Rose Rundown live, I'm looking like, getting therapy is okay. There's nothing wrong with getting therapy. I do feel like everybody, well, if you can't afford it, anyways, I feel like everybody should get therapy. Like, you don't even have to have nothing serious going on, but just to vent sometimes because perspectives can be completely different. Like, talking to a family member or a friend is completely different from talking to an actual professional where it's their job to help you figure things out or their job to, I guess, solve things. Because don't get me wrong, I really appreciate when I can talk to my friends or my family about different things that happen with me. But I know there are a lot of things that would probably be better taken care of by a professional because personally, I have a lot of stuff to unpack. I'm not going to do it here with y'all. Hey, Grace girl, I see you. Um, I'm just rambling, ranting, twiddling my toes. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, maybe I shouldn't mention toes because I don't want somebody to be weird being foot fetish. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, but yeah, like I just really, I don't know. I just be wondering why people just be so freaking angry, and they really be going through stuff, and it's just weird when you interact with somebody that's angry and you don't know them because you really just be sitting here like, bro, I'm minding my business. Why you getting all tight? What is going on? What is the problem? It's not my business, but it just really baffles me sometimes where I just really be feeling like, and the other thing is too, when you talk to people, and I feel like people get so taken aback or so offended if you mention therapy. And I'm like, but why though? It's not like I'm saying, you got something crazy going on. I'm just saying it would be good to get it if you feel like you need to express yourself and if you feel like you ain't got a safe space. Especially if you can afford it. I want to be like, I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, it just really is something. Oh yes, what you doing, Grace girl? What you doing? But I I don't know. I just like people just move weird nowadays. And I don't know if it's people feeling some type of way about presidency and stuff. I'm not about to get political, but I just don't understand people feeling the way that they feel. Especially the people they don't know and didn't do anything to them. It's it's strange to me. But yeah, what do y'all think about that? How people are sometimes just angry and bitter for no reason. Or even I even take with doing social media. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't really get too much chaos on my channel, too much. Like every now and again, like I'll get some wild comments or whatever, but it's very rare. But it's just so weird to me how you could share your opinion or share how you feeling about something, and if somebody come out of nowhere just going off or calling you out your name, and I'm like, what you mad at me for? What's going on? Like, I don't even know you, and you that pressed about my opinion. That's the thing that be getting me. Like that is like stuff like that. I'm just like, I guess, I guess you mad. You gonna stay mad, and you gonna stay blocked. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, let me know what y'all thoughts are about people I guess, being rude or mean on social media because I don't get it. It's very, it's strange to me. And again, it ties in not necessarily with stranger danger, but it's just like some people move really weird, or the way they perceive things, or like you could share how you feel about something, and for some freaking reason, people will internalize it like, oh, I'm talking about you. No, I'm not. I didn't say nothing about you. I don't even know you. You just somehow found my video through this algorithm. Is that my fault? Like but you proceeding to basically go off or get mad, you're a weirdo. Cause for what? What was the reason? You know? But people will be people, and that's that's just is what it is, I guess. Cause whenever somebody does something like that to me, I'm just like, bro, I don't know why you getting mad at me, but it's that's not. Maybe you should find a way to handle your problems a bit better. Because whatever you're going through has nothing to do with me. Absolutely nothing to do with me. What time is it where you guys are? Cause it's 12 a.m. for me. On Sunday, April 6th. Cause I feel like the time. No, I'm recording off of a phone. Not my fridge making noise. Anyways. Okay, same time zone, Grace. I see you. Yeah, cause it's okay, 11, a little hour back. I just never know what the time frame is because so many people, like whenever I'm trying to set up stuff to post or whatever, I don't really understand. Well, it's not that I don't understand, but I don't know. I won't push y'all, but I just don't know what the time zone people are in, and I couldn't really make a post to do it where it made sense to me. I'm experiencing a storm. Oh, well, be safe. Stay indoors if you can, if possible. I know we had a storm in Michigan a couple of days ago. It was pretty bad, actually. Lightning struck our tree in our yard, so that was kind of scary because our dog was freaking out. But yeah, be safe. But yeah, I don't know. What y'all doing next week? Y'all got any spring plans? Or I don't know. The tornado hours ago past me, thankfully. That's good. Yeah, like it's just really crazy how tornadoes be hitting. I don't know. I don't really be paying attention to it too much, but it seemed like it's been happening a little bit more. But I don't know. We gotta be safe out here. Cause I know our alarm for the state went off for a warning for us, and I'm just like, this is the most I've ever heard this alarm go off this year, bro. I only remember hearing the alarm go off maybe once, and that was during a snowstorm, and then the regular uh first of the month where the alarm goes off, but it's been consistent where it's like, oh, it's a tornado warning, or um a storm warning or something. It's supposed to be really bad. I don't know. The Earth's not happy, but or it could be normal, and I just haven't been paying it attention as much. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I do be oblivious sometimes, where I don't really be paying attention to the news as much. Also, so where do y'all get y'all news from? Because for me, unfortunately, I feel like I rely a bit too much on social media to tell me stuff. Like on Twitter or Threads or Facebook, I'll just be on there, and if I find out something, it's literally because of social media. And I'm trying to be more proactive about like looking at the news, not watching the TV news, but I'll like go to the news channel website so I can keep up to date, because I feel like I really be out of the loop on stuff unless I see it on social media. And I feel like that's, excuse me, I feel like that's not really good for me to do, because when I was younger, I was always, unfortunately, watching the news with, my mom and stuff. But now that I'm older, I don't really be watching it. Like, social media is, unfortunately, I feel like I be relying on it too much when it comes to checking out what's going on in the world. Man, I feel like the news gonna be non-existent in a minute when it comes to local news. Well, maybe it won't be, but it feels like that sometimes. But I should do a video about stuff I feel like is about to be non-existent. Like, I really feel like they about to get rid of Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy and a lot of these game shows. I used to watch that junk as a kid with my grandma, but now you will not. Well, I'm not gonna lie. That's how I learned how to read, but I really don't be watching stuff like that now. I obviously just be using streaming platforms at this point. What shows are y'all watching right now, by the way? Or movies? What have been any good shows or movies y'all have been watching? It could be romance, anime, fantasy, action, drama, reality TV. What y'all been watching? This show. Oh, me? Thank you. Appreciate you. Because I really do see myself as a show sometimes. Unless you were about to tell me the show and I look stupid because I'm going to shut up. But let me know what stuff y'all been watching. Because I always have recommendations, but I feel like I just be saying stuff. I feel like some people that watch me care when I share recommendations, but it really depends. Because I watch a variety of different things. But yeah. And like, what type of live streams do y'all watch actually? Like, what topics do y'all like for people to talk about, or you just like everyday chit chat about people's, I guess, personal experiences? Because I never know. Because for me, I only really lock into live streams of people that I actually watch or enjoy watching, I guess, where I feel some sort of like kind of connection to them, if that makes sense. But but yeah. But let's jump on Threads and let's be nosy. Let's see something that I can talk about. Um, Actually, let's go to Reddit because Reddit messy and I like messy. Oh, why am I like this? Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about any of those things. Mm-mm. Oh, so you do not want to know about my day. I had a very emotional day, which I'm not gonna get into because it's a bit too personal. But I don't know, man. Life be lifing, and life be life and stuff just be happening, and I don't be a fan. Like all I can do is joke and laugh at stuff that pissed me off. How was your day? I'm not gonna talk about that. Oh, I'm not gonna talk about that. Um, where do y'all go grocery shopping at, by the way? Cause what is this? It's one place that like y'all West Coast people have that I actually wanted to go to. Cause I know for us in Michigan, we have places like Kroger, Meyer, Walmart, Aldi, Costco, Sam's Club. But and we have obviously local stores. But when I think about other places, y'all be having some good stores, and I really wish we had them because some stores be high when it comes to specific things. But but yeah, man. I Now why did they do this? Why did they do that? Who Why? Why? Sometimes I have mixed feelings about AI. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause I don't want to say nothing raggedy about AI, and then years later they're like, "You remember when you said this?" And then it's on some iRobot energy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. No. I forget. I hadn't turned on this phone in a really long time, and I feel like my algorithm on Reddit is very messed up because it's just showing me pictures and not juicy topics. Uh, let's go to. Let's go to. Actually, let's be. You know who Terry Joe is? No, but I could Google. I'm gonna Google it right now because I don't know who that is. Terry Joe. Oh yeah, I know who that is. I use their memes. I use their memes. They're hilarious. I never knew what their name was though. I just seen clips of them. Let's see. Let's go. Let's be in people business. Let's go to dating advice because I'm nosy. Kellon? That's a unique name. I I have to be very mindful that I'm live streaming. I have to be very mindful because mm, 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 um let me see. Oh, somebody was like is going for a watchy is going for watching the sunset and eating pizza a good first date. Going on a first date soon where I live, it's having a nice spell of weather, so I'm thinking of going on a walk with the person I'm dating and watching the sunset by the river, or is that a bit too much? I like that idea, personally. I like it a little bit better than just going to the movies because from personal experiences of first dates myself, I feel like going to the movies is okay if y'all have already talked for a while. You know what I mean? And it's not just like, oh, I've only talked to you for like a week and now we're going on a date. Because from my experience, going on a date to the movies and I don't know you is like we're just sitting in the dark at this point. You know, I'm sitting in the dark with somebody I don't know. And I'm like, we now, if you go out to dinner afterwards, I feel like that's cool, or like lunch or something afterwards. I feel like that's cool for a date because then y'all could talk about the movie, y'all could talk about favorite other movies y'all like, if y'all want to do it again. What do y'all think? Do y'all think going to the movies is a good first date? Let me know in the comments because I feel like that's more of a third date, maybe. But I've been on a variety of first dates at the movies, and I was not a fan. Was not a fan. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, this is one. How do I start dating again or even begin? Is what it says. It says, I'm a 26-year-old male. I was broken up with about 6 months ago from an 8-year relationship. That's rough. It says, I know this is irrelevant, but did you know I dreamt of being hacked 2 or 3 times and I actually got hacked in real life? Man, it was the universe preparing you. I'm really sorry to hear that. Like, that's crazy. Again, with the stranger danger, you got to be mindful. Well, actually, a lot of times you can't even prepare for being hacked because people just be hacking people at the time. People be greedy and they just be moving the way they move, and it's unfair. I don't know. People be weird. But it says, how do I start dating again or even begin? I, a 26-year-old male, was broken up with about 6 months ago from an 8-year relationship. If you do that math, that means we started dating when I was 18. I'm gonna be honest, I could not imagine. I know people do it, but I could not imagine dating somebody from the time I'm 18 to 26. Mainly because I don't know if y'all experienced this because I don't really know how old you people, like you guys are in here. But from my experience, I feel like you go through different mind changes over a course of time. And I know for me, I feel like, however, I never found the virus on my computer, so maybe it didn't hack me. Well, that's good that it didn't hack you. Yeah. Sometimes they trying it, but your computer will block it. But I really feel like, when we 18, we go through this change or this transition or whatever, from being a teen or being a kid, and then we 18 and then we figuring stuff out and trying to figure out our place in the world and stuff like that. And then, a couple of years will go by and you'll be like 22, 23, and then it's like, okay, you're really coming into yourself a bit, but you're still, well, you're gonna figure, we really gonna be going through the process of figuring things out our whole lives. But it's like, I don't know, it's like you go through these changes, and I feel like when I hit like 26 was when I really started feeling myself, like coming into myself a bit more. And I could not imagine talking to somebody for that long from the age of 18 to 26 because I could be a completely different person. And I feel like I did a video about this where I was talking about how sometimes people will stay with people because it's what they know. Or like they'll stick around and date people because it's safe. You know what I mean? Or it's like it feels comfortable for them even though that may not be the person you should be talking to, you know? But anyways, it says, and even that there wasn't really a dating period. We met in freshman year and we're friends for a bit and then we're in a relationship. I legit thought I was going to marry her because we had a great relationship. Even our breakup. Okay, good night, girl. Have a good sleep. Have a good rest. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you. I'm going to go check out your channel. Thank you. But I'll probably be on next Saturday. Appreciate you. But it says I legit thought I was going to marry her because we had a great relationship. Even our breakup wasn't anything crazy, like cheating or abuse or anything. She sort of just said she fell out of loving me. Girl, listen, it's not even a big deal. Cause that's how mine is with you sometimes. It just don't be showing up. I appreciate you for coming. I've been yapping for a minute. but but yeah, it says even our breakup. I'm trying. I'm really trying in these YouTube streets. I'm I'm trying to be present and not cuss. but I'll reread the story for you real quick. It says, how do I start dating again or even begin? I am a 26-year-old male, was broken up with 6 months ago from an 8-year relationship. If you do that math, that means we started dating when I was 18. And even that, there wasn't really a dating period. We met in freshman year and we're friends for a bit, and then we're in a relationship. I legit thought I was going to marry her because we had a great relationship. Even our breakup wasn't anything crazy like cheating or abuse or anything. She sort of just said that she fell out of loving me. We were long distance for a bit and she couldn't keep going with it, which is fair. Yeah, I don't like doing long distance personally. I tried it before, it wasn't for me. Was not for me. But it says whatever, I don't blame her or myself, and that is not the point. My question is, how do I even begin dating? I have not been on a date where you meet someone for the first time basically in my life. The dating system right now seems crazy between the apps, events, singles, mixers, etc. I have a fairly small friend group and I happen to be in a career where it's heavily male dominated. I can sometimes go a few days straight without talking to a woman outside of like a Starbucks barista interaction. Yeah, long distance is rough. I tried it and I was very much I felt alone. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't like the experience because it made me feel negative. It really made me feel some type of way. And the fact that the people were cheating on me, you know. Just to be honest, that was always my issue. Cause I'm not gonna say every long distance people cheat, but a lot of times from experience and from what I've seen with other people, people sometimes do be stepping out and cheating. I'm not a fan, you know? Right, especially if you don't see the person. Cause it's like, well, I'm not really physically seeing you. And you know, a lot of people do have multiple different love languages. And it's like, if I want to physically touch somebody or interact with them or physically see them to go on dates, it's completely different from virtually like talking to them or texting and phone calls. Would not like it. Do not, would never not. Well, would never do that. But I don't know, you know, in this person's case, I I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit about myself. completely honest about a flaw of mine. I had this issue where, and it comes from other personal issues, right? But I had this issue where I would basically, I unfortunately would always feel a need to be in a relationship when I was younger. And it was a problem for me. I feel like it's not healthy because sometimes it's like constant rebounding what I was doing. I feel like, and then eventually I learned, like, yeah, you can't really do that because that's not healthy. And also, you need time to focus on yourself, to know yourself, to actually grow and learn from your experiences instead of just being, oh, I'm gonna just talk to somebody else. Because one thing about me, I dump people rather quickly, especially if they did something that I was just like, no, I'm not gonna tolerate. Cause, mm. But I definitely agree with it. People be so quick to jump into the next thing, like get to know yourself first. Yep. And that was the issue that I was having where I'm gonna be, I'm not gonna overshare, but I do feel like I had, if I could tell my younger self that, right? Literally, because I had that issue so bad, and it came from other things going on in my life, but I really had a problem with, I'm dating somebody, stuff don't work out, or I find out they're a whore in the street. Not too much. I feel like they cheating or something, doing something that I don't like, or they might disrespect me, or I could tell this ain't for me. Like the relationship ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? And then I would I would dump them, or they would break up with me because they wanted me to do specific things at the time that I didn't want to do, physical. And they would go, or I would let them go. And when that would happen, of course I would grieve and be sad a little bit. But then give me a week. I would just transition and be like, well, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna find something else. It was so bad. It was so bad. But eventually I learned, yeah, you can't do that because that's not healthy. You need to be alone for some time, and you need to do you, and you need to focus on yourself instead of being just, you know, trying to get a man, my man, my man, my man. Like, you can't do that. Eventually I learned, but it was a process. Oh my gosh, it was a freaking process to learn that, because it's so hard when you be wanting a relationship, or like when you really want to date for real, or if you comparing it, like you see other people, it just be so hard to navigate that space. Like, man, I'm not gonna get into it, but it was just difficult. But in this person case, it's kind of hard for me. I should have picked another topic, but I'm just free balling on the spot in this live. But I feel like it's really difficult to start dating again if you've been single for a while and you used to it, because I'm gonna be honest, based off of some of the people that I know that are single, it's like it gives, I want to be safe. I want to be in my space, and I see stuff that other people be going through. I want no parts. And I completely can get it, because I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff I be seeing, I'm like, I definitely be looking like, when it's my turn, I think they should wait to date again until they're truly ready. Right. Yeah, because it's like when, I don't know, it's like when you see so many people doing the relationship thing, and you got to be mindful that a lot of people, they'll be posting pictures, or they'll be like sharing stuff about my man, my man, my man. Turns out they're arguing every day. They're they're being disrespected every day, or it's just so many layers. Like, on the outside looking in, stuff may be looking cool for some people, But specifically, a lot of people that be posting them little pics, because that's one thing that I learned from watching some people that I know. Like, people will be posting pictures, and when you see people posting these pictures, it's like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm with my guy, I'm with my girl, and they're arguing. They're about to be on the brink of divorce. They're about to break up and stuff like that. And I get it. It's like a coping mechanism sometimes, but at the same time, it's like when you see that stuff, you do have to be like, people share pictures or share stuff on social media, but it's not everything. And I agree, they should wait because, and so I don't know if you heard this, but some people, some people will say you should, I guess, wait however long you were with that person to be with somebody else. So for this example, people will be like, "Oh, I've been with this person for 8 years," and then people will be thinking, "Oh, well, since they were with this person for 8 years, then that means they have to take 8 years to be alone." And people think that, and I'm like, "No, you like, girl, that's almost a decade." I feel like people can get over stuff in their own time, but it just really depends. You can't force a situation, and you also got to be careful about rebounding and stuff like that. It's just easier to take your time, focus on you, and other stuff like that until you meet somebody that you actually interested in. Because I'm not gonna lie, stuff a little slim pickings out here, especially depending on the area you live in too. Stuff is just completely different when it comes to dating. Like, I be hearing the stories, and I'm just like, I that's rough. Yeah, but I don't know. I couldn't imagine um going from being with somebody that long and then trying to date. Knowing me, I'd be like, you know what? Not, I'm telling you, surfboards, girl. I okay. So California, right? Listen. So I only know so much. Unfortunately, that's what they not that's what they look like, bro. So I've been hearing, like, I hear mixed opinions about when it comes to dating in California. It's just so much where it's like some people are like they want model chicks, or they want they women to look a certain way, or people want people to have certain money, or people, well, I mean, everywhere people are trying to be like physical and stuff like that. And I'm just like, man, it's kind of like that everywhere almost. Like, it's really kind of like that everywhere where people be really just focused on using people. And that's the thing that I don't like right now, because don't get me wrong, people have kind of always been like that a little bit, but it's more prominent, and maybe it's because it's normalized a little bit on social media, where people feel like, oh, it's okay for me to outwardly say I'm gonna use somebody, or it's okay for me to outwardly be like, yeah, I'm gonna use, I'm gonna take you out to dinner and then you gonna give me some. Or in some women's case, to be like, well, if I'm gonna come off something, then you gotta give me some money. And I don't understand that thought process personally. I do not get it. I don't like the concept of using people, specifically if I'm supposed to be dating them. Like, I understand it's okay to talk to somebody, and within talking to them, people become comfortable. Maybe you could ask them for help or something later. But right off the bat, it's crazy. You don't even know these people, and I'm so scared of people who do stuff like that, where it's just like, oh, I literally just met this person off this app, and automatically I'm asking them for something. I'm scared. I'm scared of them people because I'm like, how do you feel that comfortable asking for anything and you just me and them? I don't get it. But I know that's the way people move, and it is what it is. Like I don't know. I don't be getting it. I don't understand it. It's very much wild work to me, but I don't know. Cause personally, I'd be very quick to tell somebody, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right here, right now, we not doing a day thing. I don't either like using people because they can get it on their own. Yeah, it just it just really be giving you only talking to me to get something from me. And I don't like stuff like that when it comes to dating, when it comes to family, when it comes to friends. With work, it's like you getting paid. But I just don't like stuff like that when it's like, oh, I'm gonna use you and you should be okay with it because I took you to dinner. I got you McDonald's. I got you Burger King. So you should be okay to give me something. Or I took you to Cheesecake Factory, girl. Let me get your cake. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. But yeah, I really do feel like when people break up, it is better that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just talking, bro. But yeah, I just feel like it's I don't know. I would be done personally. Like if I'm not gonna lie, like I love my husband, but I was like, man, I hope we go the distance. You know what I'm saying? We locked in because I'm like, if I had to go back to the streets, oh my gosh, I can't do it. Because I'm like, I already know. I would instantly just be like, nah, I'm gonna just be single. I'm gonna do my YouTube thing, and that's it. That's just is what it is. Because I know how I'm gonna be feeling, bro. Listen, I've been there. I've been there. I've been in the trenches. And it just was not given. It was not given. It was just specifically where I live. I'm like the ghetto. Oh, the ghetto. I was like, mm, man, no. I would definitely just be single and I would fantasize about characters in shows. Like, I could not. Because people be weird too. Like, people just so weird. And people were weird before, but like, people be really just on some other stuff nowadays. Like, you really got to be careful with interacting with people now. It's the entitlement, or people be projecting from their past situations. Like, why you trying to blame me? I ain't do nothing to you. I just met you. Like, what are we doing? And I see that so often with people where they'll be sharing how, like they'll be in these situations where they'll meet somebody, excuse me, and they just meeting them for the first time, and then you could say something, and you don't know what be triggering people when you first meet them. It could be something real simple, and it's like, oh, my ex didn't like cake. My ex didn't like tomatoes on her burger, so you a problem. What? Oh, hey, hey. I don't know what that. Oh, oh, hey, girl. Yeah, yeah. Because I was saying, you know, I'm trying to learn this live, but yeah, people just they be extra, and people have residual emotions from past experiences that they have not dealt with. That's why I said before you came in, I'm like, it's okay. Everybody need a little therapy, whether it's for relationships, like dating or friendships or work. You know, past childhood experiences, or just if you need to vent, it is okay to go to therapy. But yeah, I just don't understand how people will be projecting on people they don't know. Cause that's weird to me. That's always been a weird thought process to me. Like even, you know, even with doing YouTube, it's just weird when people will project and they'll be like, you'll say something in a video and then like I could be like, oh, I like chicken, and somebody, why did I say that? And I'm like, anyways, I could be like, oh, I like chicken. And somebody could be like, oh, well, I like pork chops. Does that mean you don't like pork chops? You're such a hater. And it's like, what? I didn't, what are you talking about? It just be so out of line. Like, just stuff that don't even connect, where it's like, how are you projecting to something and I didn't even say that. Like I didn't even talk about anything you talking about, but you up here projected to me. Oh, I can't stand when people do that. It kind of like went up and yeah, it is. And that junk is just so weird to me. I don't know. You know, and I do have to be mindful of the way I interact with people on the internet cuz I try to be nice or like navigate speaking to people a certain type of way cuz I don't want to be like rude or anything, but it's kind of difficult because people interpret things the way they're going to interpret them. And a lot of people do not have reading comprehension skills. I don't know what it is about social media, but so many people do not have comprehension skills. Someone can get angry because of me simply farting in their face. Like I'm literally be now, I could understand getting upset about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am definitely not gonna hold you because this it's a little that's different, you know. That's mm, yes. Thank you for contributing. but but yeah, like people don't be having reading comprehension skills for real. I know it be stanky, but now why would you do that? Why would you do something like that? We not. Anyways, the comprehension don't be comprehensioning. It's given they passed you in fourth grade and you didn't really read that book that the teacher told you to read. What was the questions? Did you do the question and answer? Where did Jimmy go when he went to the store? Did he go to the store or not? Like I don't know, bro. Like it's mm mm. But cause I know I see. Listen, listen. I'm just saying, but it's just so wild to me when I was like, cause you know, one thing about me, I love being in somebody comments. Like I really like to just go through people comments on social media and stuff, cause I just be cackling, just twiddling my toes, cackling in them comments. But it's just so interesting because you know somebody could say something in a post, and then you'll read, and it's like, girl, where the comprehension at? Did you read the same post that everybody else reading? why are you perceiving this in a way where you feel like you attacked? And now you coming at the person who made the post. Where's this coming from? Didn't nobody even say, we don't even know you. What is it like Mean Girls? She doesn't even go here. I'm just saying, like, oh, I did say that, didn't I? You right, you right. Let me stop. I did say that. I did say I wasn't gonna say nothing about that. Thank you for checking me. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's just I don't know. You know, navigating social media is real different, especially when you post anything. It's just a very interesting experience. And you try to have pleasantries with people, but then some people, not Miss Towie, please, please. But you really try to have more like I try to be aware in a way that I navigate interacting with people, cuz I don't want to be rude, or like I don't want somebody to start cussing me off for no reason. Like, I don't even know you, Sarah. Why are you coming at me because I said what I said? I didn't say it about you. I don't know you. I'm very much in confusion. But again, I have to be mindful that everybody's from different walks of life on the internet. And some people take stuff personally, even though I'm not being personal, if that makes sense. I just be yapping. Literally, my YouTube channel is me yapping. I'm just talking about whatever I'm talking about. And normally, so for example, the way I'm talking to y'all now is how I talk to my YouTube channel, give or take. Sometimes I'll be cussing, but I crop it out. Because I don't know how YouTube handles cussing or whatever. And I'm working towards getting monetized and stuff. But it's like, you know, I don't want to be offending people. Like, that's always the thing. Don't offend people. Like, okay, it's not my fault you going through something personal. I'm sorry you're going through something personal, because but everybody is, you know what I'm saying? And it's just very, people get offended so easily on here. They do. They do. Oh, perfect example. So I made this. So firstly, I made this Snow White movie reaction, right? That's something I've noticed recently. Yes, they really do get offended. So for example, I made a video. It was like a Snow White movie reaction, and well, not well review. It was like to the 2025 trailer, and somebody was in the comments basically like, you know, y'all always, the fandom is always a hater. Um, you know, they picked a new person to be Snow White, and I'm just like, this girl has been here. She's not necessarily new. And also, I don't care about Snow White. I'm just making a video because it connects to my other videos so I could get more views, if I'm being completely transparent. Like like you like Snow White, that's, I'm happy for you. I'm so happy you like her. I'm so just elated you like Snow White. I'm happy for you, truly. But that's not my business. And you mad? Is you mad? It be like that. Sometimes Snow White ain't it. Listen, you know, cause don't get me wrong. I personally, I do have an issue when it comes to fandom. Sometimes I'm not gonna name specific fandoms because I'm not trying to cause no problems for myself. But there are some fandoms that I do not care for, specifically because they do too much. But that's them, like them themselves. They do too much when it comes to specific singers, specific movie franchises, book franchises. Like sometimes the fans do too much. I get that. But personally, I'm not gonna say nothing because it's not my business. I'm gonna just stay away from you. I'm just gonna avoid you because I realize, that's how you feel. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. But at the same time, I'm like, this is my channel. I'm gonna say I said what I said. The trailer looked trash, and the people they chose to be in the movie, I'm not saying they trash, but I'm not saying they good either. You know? That's just it is what it is. And everybody is, and that's why I told them, I'm like, everybody entitled to their own opinion, bruh. You know? You can feel how you wanna feel. But listen, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Um, it is what it is, man. I try not to be mean. Why are you saying names? Not too much. Not too much. Yeah, and of course, it's new people. They can't get the original Snow White to play her. She old. Listen, just had to. Same, cause it's just like, bro. And again, I said it in there. How many times we need to see this chick? How many times do we need to see this chick, bro? Don't get me wrong. If like I watched the whole Snow White movie reaction, shameless plug. If y'all want to watch that reaction, it was funny. Go watch it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I watched the whole movie and it is funny. Like the movie is funny when you rewatch it to a degree, but at the same time, she was dumb. She was naive AF. You know what? Let's go into it just a little bit. Let's go into it. Snow White. First of all, she left her stepmom house because her stepmom was like, you know what I'm saying? And then she go and find a home. She walk up in the home. She don't know these people. And I know she ain't got no home training. I get it. I get it. She alone. No mom, no dad, no siblings, no friends for real. She got the animals. That's why she be talking to them all the time, even though I still think she got a little witchcraft in her. I still think it. But she literally would go in somebody's house. She in there. Oh, look at all these little chairs. Girl, somebody is after your life. You up here giggling and cackling. You breaking and entering, first of all. You don't know these people. Now you touching their drawers. You cleaning their floors. Oh, I'm sorry. You're having the animals do the hard work and you're sweeping. Please explain that to me. You somehow manipulated these animals into helping you do chores for a house you don't even live in. Explain it to me. Please explain that to me. That does not make any sense. Oh, I'm spitting, but explain it. It does not add up. It really does not add up. She was just very dumb. And again, yes, she's a ditz. She is. Now I'm gonna listen. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a problem. You know, but it just really be getting me. And that's why when that person was coming at us, coming at me in the comments, I'm like, bro, you really this down bad for Snow freaking White? Snow White. The one who's staying with a group of men she don't know. She don't know them. And she's sleeping in a dirty bed. She ain't washed them sheets. That's one of the first things she ain't washed. She just went, she came in them people's house. She cleaned the first floor. I'm sorry, the animals did most of it. And then she went up there and was like, "Oh, I'm tired." Oh, and then laid across them little boys' bed. Excuse me. So you think this normal? You just walking up in spaces you don't know, and you just laying on people's beds in they sheets, they dirty sheets, cause you know they been dirty. They didn't even know what washing was. They dirty, and she was just laying there, just smelling the filth. Snow White was a very unserious movie. That's all I'm gonna say. A very unserious movie. And again, if y'all want to watch that reaction, I go very much into detail about my thoughts as the movie progresses, and I break it down if y'all curious. But and I'm gonna watch the other Disney princesses over time, but she was definitely dumb, definitely ignorant. I understand why she was to a degree, but it still doesn't defeat the purpose. The girl didn't know anything. Anything. What was I talking about? I completely forgot what I was talking about. I ran a Snow White, bro. Um, I don't remember, but oh, but yeah, people really be getting offended, and it was Snow White, I think. That's so weird because it looked like some of my likes went down. Not people taking their likes away. Rude. The people getting offended. Look up Jord Buzz Haunted Forest. It's a Snow White parody. You know I'ma do it. I'ma watch that after we get off of here. That's trifling. Bro, listen. You could take your little funky like I'm just doing me. Like dang. I'm just trying to make it out here in these YouTube streets. What time is it by you right now? I feel like I've seen this before, Pledian. I appreciate you, girl, cause it's giving hard out here. The Jordy Buzz that Pledian said. I am sorry if I'm butchering your name. It's late, and you know when them vowels be running together, be a bit too much. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not a girl, but okay. Okay, I understand. I feel you. I can't really tell when it comes to the avatar, you know? But but yeah, when it comes to like the see, you about to be having me look up stuff this entire live. Let me look up what this is. Actually, I'm not because I have a filter. I have to remember to have a filter, and I don't know what I'm gonna see, and I don't know how I'm gonna react because I cannot fake my reaction. So I'm not about to look it up because I know me, and it's not inappropriate. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna hide my face because like my reactions be a little bit too you know. But oh, okay. I've never heard of that before. A fictional humanoid alien purportedly hailing from the Pleiades star cluster, often described as benevolent and spiritually advanced beings with a focus on their spiritual evolution. That's pretty cool. Okay. That's fine. I vibes with it. I vibes with it. Cause sometimes, I feel like people might, say something and then I'm like, I don't want to process these as showing. See, my likes going down. That's crazy. Whatever. So Anyways, but but yeah, I just when it comes to the whole I hate when I be missing my train of thought. But when it comes to the whole concept of people being offended or whatever, stuff like that, I just don't know. I don't know. Somebody told, well, a lot of people said they're just like, you're going to offend multiple people. You might as well just post the content. And I'm like, I understand. I completely get that. But at the same time, I don't like that. I don't like that. But it is what it is. Truly. Let me see. Because where was I? Uh, oh, it says he reached out after 4 months of ghosting and I rejected him. I'm going to read this one because I'm nosy. The person, ooh, girl. The person is a 28-year-old female. And it says, I was so hung up over this guy, 28-year-old. He vanished after intimacy and a weekend together after a few more messages. I really wanted to see him again. After 4 months, he reached out, and this was the conversation. Him. Hey, I know that this is kind of random, but wanted to see if you wanted to get a drink tonight if you don't have any plans. Her response was, totally get where you're coming from. No, her response was, hey, guy, I really enjoyed hanging out with you earlier this year, but was confused when you vanished, not sure what you're looking for. The other person was like, totally get where you're coming from, and sorry for kind of dropping off. It wasn't about you, just had a lot going on and was in a weird headspace for a while. I don't really have a clear answer for what I'm looking for right now, but I do remember really enjoying hanging with you and thought it'd be nice to catch up. If you're down to grab a drink tonight or sometime this weekend, I'd be into that. No worries at all if not. See, stuff like that, people be playing in people's face. And then her response was, as much as I'd like to, because I really liked you, I don't really want to sign myself up for unclear communication and hurt again. Which, good on her. I used to hate getting ghosted. I could do a whole video about that. I absolutely could not stand when people would ghost me. That was like the worst feeling ever. When you thinking stuff going well to a degree, and then, or you think you had a good date, and then somebody just dip on you and disappear on you. Cause what am I supposed to do with that? Especially it's like if you had a good time. I don't like that. Damn. But yeah. But I think I think this is okay for a first time. 1 minute. I mean 1 hour and 38 minutes. I think I did okay for my first time going live. So I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I might try to do it tomorrow, but I'll see how I feel. But thank you, girl. I really appreciate you for your tips and for being present. Cause it's definitely been a lot of up and down, and I'm trying not to look at the numbers too much, because I don't want to be, like I just don't like being blah because the numbers are low. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you too, Palladian, for being present and for talking with me, chatting with me. Like, I appreciate y'all. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. And yeah, um, this was a decent live for my, I guess, second time of doing this. So I'll be seeing y'all. Of course, I'll be in your live tomorrow if you go live tomorrow too. But yeah, I'll be talking to y'all. I'll probably actually post this one See you in the stars too. But yeah, I'll let y'all know if I go live. But but yeah, thanks you guys. Have a good night. Bye. As soon as I figure out how to cut this off, you could get okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that in mind. But all right, y'all. I'm about to check these hours now, girl. But all right. Bye, y'all. The X button. Okay, thank you. Bye.